In this country, the founders envisioned. This question can be interpreted in so many ways. Here are a few ways that I did. We have so much hate towards our country and even the American flag. Our freedom of speech is a lot more limited. And lastly, the equality of people. There is so much hate for our country and even our flag. On social media, you will see a lot of U.S. citizens that dislike the president or government workers, and they will burn the American flag to express their hate. Every time I see that, that is just a small number of things to do to show their anger. But it is the thing people take the most offense to. A lot of citizens think our country is a terrible place, and that the government workers are not keeping the peace between everyone, they are making it worse. There are national monuments that are being destroyed around the country. People are taking their anger out on important monuments because they feel the government will listen to them. But when they still don't get their way, people destroy more historic monuments or memorials. This isn't the only issue in today's society. Lately, our freedom of speech has been affected. People, including myself, are afraid to wear clothes with the American flag on it in my school. If you tell someone that you are a Republican, you are labeled as a racist, a slob, and ignorant. Whereas if you tell people you are a Democrat Party, you are congratulated. It automatically means you're a good person, smart, and know what's right. There are so many times throughout history where peaceful protests worked and people listened, but nowadays it has turned violent and people are fearing for their safety at times. One time, the protest got too close to where I worked, and they had to close early to make sure everyone was safe. Lastly, equality in our country is not where it should be. Everyone is still so divided. Men and women, colored and white, immigrants and people born in the United States may not want to see it, but it is still there and it's an issue. Protests keep happening all around the country. There are still women's marches, Black Lives Matter protests, and so many more. Even immigrants are fighting for basic human rights. They aren't getting the right medical attention or even good meals. Our country was built of immigrants coming to start a new life, and I think our founders would be horrified to see our country today. So in conclusion, I do not think this country is what the founders envisioned. We have so much hate towards the United States and each other. Our freedom of speech can get people hurt or even killed, but lastly, people are still fighting for equality, and that fight isn't going to stop anytime soon.